I need your help me please subscribe my channel started as a joke. The kind that feels harmless until it suddenly isn't. We were at dinner with a few friends when my wife, Jenna, laughed and said, "Maybe I need a girl's trip to Vegas. To remember what fun feels like." The table erupted in laughter, but my smile faltered the instant I caught her eyes. There was something in that joke, a spark of truth hiding behind the humor. I tried to play along. "Sure," I said lightly. "Just make sure the slot machines are the only ones you flirt with." Everyone laughed again, but she didn't. Instead, she smirked, looked straight at me, and said, "Oh, come on. You think I do better than you in Vegas?" That line stuck with me all night. After everyone left, I asked, "What was that about?" She shrugged, scrolling on her phone. "It's a joke, Liam. Don't be so sensitive." But I wasn't being sensitive. I was paying attention. Because in the weeks leading up to that dinner, Jenna had been different, more secretive with her phone, distant in conversation, smiling at texts she refused to explain. That same night, while she was in the shower, her phone buzzed on the counter. A name lit up the screen, Mike. I froze. Mike, her co-worker. The one she'd insisted was just a friend. The one she'd mentioned a little too often lately. I didn't open the message, yet. I just stared at the preview. It read, "Can't wait to see you in Vegas." Winking emoji. Vegas. The joke. I set the phone down and sat on the edge of the bed, feeling the heavy, familiar weight settle in my chest. I'd been here before, the uneasy space between suspicion and truth. When she came out of the shower, towel wrapped around her, smiling like everything was normal, I said simply, "So Mike's going to Vegas, too." Her face drained of color instantly. That's when I knew. The trip wasn't a joke. It was a plan. And my words were about to change everything. Jenna froze, clutching the towel tighter. "What are you talking about?" she asked, her voice just trembling enough to betray her attempt at casualness. I leaned back against the headboard, watching her. I saw the message from Mike. I said evenly. I didn't read it, just enough to know he's excited about Vegas. For a moment, she didn't move. Then she laughed. But it was a laugh that cracked halfway through. "Oh my God, Liam, you're unbelievable. He's part of the work conference we're attending. The one I told you about weeks ago." I nodded slowly. "Right, the conference. The one that didn't appear on her calendar. The one she forgot to mention to HR when I asked about her schedule." Her eyes widened as she realized I'd already done my homework. She grabbed her phone from the counter, holding it like a shield. "You went through my stuff?" "No," I said calmly. "I just started paying attention." Silence fell, heavy and suffocating. The next day, she left early for work. But I followed my gut, confirming what I already suspected. A call to her office revealed there was no conference. In fact, no one from her department was traveling at all that week. That evening, she returned home cheerful, humming while unpacking shopping bags. She kissed me on the cheek, pretending nothing had happened. That fake sweetness, worse than anger, meant she thought she was still in control. So I smiled back. "Hey, I've been thinking." I said, "Maybe I'll come to Vegas with you. Could use a little break." Her hands froze midair. "What?" "No, Liam. It's a work thing. You'd be bored out of your mind." "Oh, come on," I said softly. "It could be fun. Besides, Mike might need someone to keep him company while you're busy." Her eyes shot up, panic flickering across her face. For a moment, I thought she might drop the act, confess, even apologize. But instead, she forced a shaky smile. "You're overreacting." "Seriously?" I nodded, still smiling. "Maybe, but inside, I had made my decision. I wasn't going to argue anymore. I would show her what overreacting really looked like." 2 days later, she left for Vegas. Suitcase rolling, smile rehearsed, goodbye kiss mechanical. I watched her car disappear down the street and waited, not with anger, but with the cold focus that comes from knowing what's coming. Months ago, I had installed a tracking app on her phone, not out of paranoia, but because she had lost it at a restaurant. Now, it showed her flight time and destination in real time, except it didn't stop in Vegas. It stopped in Los Angeles. I stared at the little blinking dot moving across the screen and felt something harden inside me. It wasn't heartbreak anymore. It was quiet confirmation. I had been right all along. I waited a few hours, then sent her a text. Hey, how's Vegas? Tell Mike I said hi. Delivered, not read. 15 minutes later, the typing dots appeared, flickered, disappeared, and reappeared. Finally, a reply came through. Why would you say that? No denial, no confusion, just fear. I smiled, because he just tagged you in the story. Wrong location. Seconds later, her typing bubble flickered on again and vanished. Then the call came, her voice frantic, whispering. Liam, please don't do anything stupid. It's not what you think. What I think. I said quietly. You lied, Jenna. Again. But don't worry. I'm not doing anything stupid. I'm just packing. A long pause. Traffic noises? Hotel lobby hum? I couldn't tell. Packing for what? She asked, trembling. For a new start, I said, and hung up. By the time she returned the next evening, she found an empty house. Half her belongings were neatly packed in boxes. Her keys sat on the counter, and on the table, a printed copy of Mike's tag photo. She was smiling in it. Same outfit she had worn that morning. Same smile that used to mean love. Now just a mask. That night, she called again and again. I didn't answer. Sometimes, silence speaks louder than words, because she broke something she can never fix.